So feel free to tag somebody that is wanting to improve their sales, because today we're going to talk about follow-up, and that's just so important. So important. Most sales happen after the 5th follow-up, but most sales reps quit too soon. This video is how to follow up like a pro. Now, first of all, bad follow-up is better than no follow-up. I know that some people, they say things like, I just forgot. So I want to take you through a little exercise. Okay. I haven't done this in quite a while, but I'm gonna take you through an exercise. Let's say that a neighbor of yours, it's a wonderful family in your neighborhood, just a pillar of the neighborhood. They're always buying the Girl Scout cookies and the Boy Scout popcorn. They participate in fundraisers. They go to church. They're just a wonderful family. They're the beacon of society, just amazing family, super kind to everyone. Let's say, unfortunately, that the wife gets laid off from her job and the husband, God forbid, is hit by a train. Okay. This is a made up story. Okay. So don't get too taken, but husband hit by a train. She's laid off. They got 4 kids. You decide, because you are an amazing human being, you're a light of the world, you are a child of God, you decide, you know what? Someone needs to do something. So you decide you're going to create a GoFundMe for the family or some kind of fundraiser or something, right? You're going to raise some money. So let's say that you really roll up your sleeves and you call the Parent Teacher Association, you call everyone in the school district, you call all their different teachers, you call all the neighbors, and let's say you reach out to 250 people, because you're just amazing, right? You're just an amazing individual and you're incredible. 100 of them say, oh yeah, absolutely, happy to donate, happy to help out. Just swing by next week, or give me a call next week. I'm happy to give. What percentage of those people would you follow up with? If you said 100%, you would be speaking the truth. See, you would follow up with 100%. Why? Why in that scenario would you follow up with 100%, but in your sales scenario, you don't? You drop the ball. You're not organized because you're not seeing it as important. You're seeing yourself as looking bad when you follow up. You're seeing yourself as being a pester, a pest, right? An unwanted guest. So one, you're just seeing all the benefit. The other, you're seeing some negative. So you would follow up with 100%. So it's not that you're bad at follow-up. It's that you're bad about your beliefs about follow-up. You're bad about your mindset about follow-up. Was that helpful to run that scenario? To fully demonstrate to you that you're not bad at follow-up. You're not. It's just your beliefs about follow-up probably suck. See, my beliefs about follow-up are that whatever it is that I'm selling, okay, whatever that is, I have decided to sell it once I knew without a shadow of a doubt that it would help someone. Now, if I believe that something I used to sell or something I have been selling, if I ever get to the point where I don't believe that that's going to help people, you won't see me selling it. I'm not going to sell it. Now, you're either in one of 2 camps. You either believe in what you're selling and you believe that it's going to help people, move them further, bring them whatever, right? Benefits or solve problems or attain desires or change their life. You either believe that, or you're just trying to make money. You're just trying to make money from something you don't believe in. If you're in camp number 1 and you believe that your thing can change the person, then it is your responsibility to follow up. It is your duty to follow up. You have to be as brave as the people who need you. You have to show up when you don't feel like it, because there are people out there on their hands and knees praying at night for a solution, and you have a solution. So for you to selfishly, that's right, for you to selfishly withhold your resources to help them change their life, no bueno, no good, no mas, not good. It's selfish for you not to follow up if you believe in your product, service, or opportunity. Selfish. Why are you robbing that family? Why are you screwing that friend over? Why are you keeping that person smaller than they could be? Now, this doesn't mean that you bring in pressure tactics and you bring in aggression or you bring in pushiness, because that stuff doesn't work anyway. But you should have a code that I believe in what I sell. And because I believe in what I sell, it is my responsibility to follow up. Now, if you are not of that camp, if you're just trying to make money, right? What's going to work, bro? Right? You just hop from opportunity to opportunity, right? You're just trying to, let's see how long this crypto deal lasts. Let's see how long this thing lasts, right? And you're just trying to snatch up money in the air, right? Through whatever hype mechanism, and you don't believe in any of it. then why? There's so many things to promote. There's so many good things out there. You could be an affiliate of things. You could find a different thing to sell. Like believe in what you sell. There's so many things out there to sell. We don't have like, oh, there's only 3 things to sell. Like, no. There's 33 million things to sell. So sell something that you believe in. Stop being seduced by hype monsters that are telling you this thing is making me money and you don't believe in it, but you try to promote it because they're telling you it's making money. Don't fall into that trap. Don't do that. Believe in what you're selling. Believe that it is worth more than it costs. Believe that it adds more value than the investment. And if you don't, I can't make you a con artist. Somewhere deep inside, ethics is gonna break through and encourage you not to follow up if you don't believe in what you're selling. So you got to believe in what you're selling. So it's your duty, if you believe in what you're selling, to follow up. So right now we've covered to a degree why most sales rep quit, why they stop following up. They don't want to look bad. They don't see it as important, like the example of the fundraiser. They look at themselves as, I don't want to be a pest. I don't want to bother them or chase them or beg them or bug them, right? I don't think you should chase, beg, or bug. I don't think you should do any of those things, but you should follow up. And you can do that professionally. And by the way, my very best follow-up training is inside of Rank Makers. Now, if you're not a rank maker, you can check out rankmakers.com. We've helped network marketers bring in over 300,000 new customers, 71,000 new reps, achieve 14,000 rank advances. So I think it works. Every day, I do a less than 7-minute video, Monday through Friday. I give you an action step in a training. You execute that, you will grow your network marketing business. That's how it works. That's how it works. Inside of Rank Makers is my training called My Crazy Follow-Up. And My Crazy Follow-Up is that's the most comprehensive training I've ever done on follow-up. It's the only place that exists on the planet. Now, why do 80% of sales happen after the 5th follow-up? Because most people aren't ready to buy. Most people are not going to social media and saying, man, I really need to join a new opportunity. Martha, let's go look on Facebook. Most people are not ready to buy. They have a problem that your thing, if they knew about it, could solve, but they're not ready to buy. They are in a status called NMI. They need more information. So most of the people that you're connected to on social media, they have a problem that your product or service or opportunity could solve, but they're not ready to buy. And you have to recognize that. Any of you who've followed me for any length of time, I talk a lot about the 4P method, right? The 4P method, which is, repeat after me, pipeline, posture, perspective, position. Most people, their position is not that they're ready to buy, it's that they need more information. And so it's your job to follow up, to ask questions to see if they're open, not to buying. That's not prospecting. Prospecting, hey, are you ready to buy my product? No. Are you ready to learn more? Are you open to learning more? Would you be open to taking a look? Would you be open to learning more about what it is that I do to lose weight, to save on travel, to protect myself legally, to stay in communication with clients and prospects, customers? Would you be open? Would you be open to learning more? You're taking them from position 0, where they most likely have a problem, but they're not ready to buy, and you move them up the chain. You move them toward the sale. That's why it takes a few times. So it's not, oh, if I was really good at sales, I'd close them on the first call. Most people I didn't close on the first call. Most people. And there are always the exceptions. There's always some that I did. But most of the times I was seeing if they were open, sending them information or usually a video that explains what it is, following up with them, which sometimes they didn't respond to. So I had to follow up a second or a third time. And so for me, it usually was 5 to 6 contacts before I made the sale. But see, some of you are still under the delusion that you reach out to someone, if they really wanted it, they just move forward. Well, that's very lazy. That's very lazy thinking. They have a problem. You should care for them. You have something that could help them. It's your job to follow up with them effectively. Now, some of you are also under the delusion that when you send someone information that if they're interested, they'll follow up with you. Silly bears. Let me tell you, you send your video, your pamphlet, or your information, or your sample, or whatever to 100 people, and let's say all 100 are interested, 1 might respond to you. You have to follow up. Don't rely on them following up. They're going to have something happen in their life. The kid's going to fall off the bike. They're going to have to move. They're going to have a flat tire. They're going to, burn the casserole, right? There's something going to happen that will prevent them from following up with you. You have to follow up. That's why follow up is so important. You can suck at sales. But if you're good at follow-up, you'll be one of the top producers in your company. That's how this works. And again, my very best training on follow-up inside of Rank Makers. If you want to check out Rank Makers, you can. We got a whole bunch of bonuses going on right now. In less than 7 minutes a day, you can completely transform your network marketing business. You can check it out at rankmakers.com. Rankmakers.com. So God bless you. God bless your family. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.